family, it's Dawn Marie with Custom Comfy Crochet, and today we're going to learn how to do a Tunisian crochet butterfly. It's actually a poll I did on the community tab on YouTube, and this is what you picked. You picked the Tunisian crochet butterfly. So it's really cool and pretty easy to make. So let's get into the materials. So today we're using a 4.5 millimeter hook. And you're going to need a pair of scissors, and you're going to need a darning needle, or you might call it a crochet needle. This is what that looks like. And you're also going to need a worsted weight yarn, but really you can use any yarn that you want to for this, but I'm just going to tell you what I'm using. I'm using a lionbrand cotton yarn. Just keep in mind, the bigger the hook, the bigger the butterfly is going to turn out, the bigger the yarn, the smaller it turns out, etc. So just keep those things in mind, considering how big you want your butterfly to be. This is how big they are in the palm of my hand. This was using a cotton, like a peaches and cream cotton yarn right here. This was using that lionbrand yarn, so it's just a little bit smaller. So as you can see, the different yarns will make a difference. And this is a cotton blend, the Kobo or Kobu yarn. It's a soft cotton blend, and it's a little bit smaller as well. So like I said, you can use any yarn you want. Okay, so let's get into the tutorial. And real quick, before we get started, I would like to say, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell below so that you can get notified when all my videos come out. And if you like any of my videos, please share them with your friends or crochet groups or on Facebook, on Instagram. That helps so much when you do that. And if you make my projects and you post them, just give me a friendly tag below, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to make a magic circle. And if you do not know how to do any of the stitches that we're doing in here, you can go to my beginner video below, and I'll also put a more beginner friendly Tunisian crochet video below as well if you're not familiar with Tunisian crochet. But if you just follow along with what I'm doing, you'll be fine. But if you need those, they will be in the description box, okay? So we're going to make the magic circle. And we will be working into this magic circle, okay, all around. So I'm going to tighten it up so it's easier to work into. And then I'm going to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now I want to make my stitches kind of loose, but not really loose. As you can see, I just don't want them too tight because we're going to be working in a lot of these stitches, so we need to be able to get into them. So if you're looking at what you just did from the front, you're seeing these V's right here. We're going to be working in these little bumps in the back right here. These little ones right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you see those? We're going to be working in all of those. Okay. So if you take your darning needle, you can see right here is one. And here's another. And another. So you see as you go down, you can see those. It's very easy to miss this first one right here, but I want you to work into there as well. And if you need to use your darning needle or the edge of your crochet hook, you might need to do that to work in to these bumps on the back, okay? But you're going to pull up a loop there, and you're going to pull up a loop here, and you're just going to pull up loops in each of these little bumps all the way down. And I'm even using my fingernail as well, but you can use your darning needle if you can't get in there. Okay, so we've gone through all of those little bumps, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 loops on our hook. And now we're going to go into our magic circle, and we're going to pull up a loop there. So now we have 10. So we're going to go through our first 2 loops. Then we're going to go through the next 2 loops. And again, we're just working kind of loosely. The next two, 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 and finally these final two. Okay, so now as you can see, what we're doing here is we're working on this side right here of the butterfly. So starting right here and going down, this is what we're working on. And then we'll work down here on the smaller wing as well. Okay, but I just wanted you to see where we were going. All right. So again, now what we're going to do is we're going to start decreasing. Okay. So in this first loop right there, we're going to put a slip stitch. So don't forget this first loop. We're going to put a slip stitch right there. And into the next one right here, so you see this is what we're working into. We're working into these little loops right here on the top. Little bumps rather. So we're going to go into our next one and we're going to pull up a loop. And then we're going to go into the next and pull up a loop. And into the next. And into the next. To the next. Just all the way down, pulling up loops in all of those bumps. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 loops on our hook. And we're going to go into the magic circle and we're going to pull up a loop. And then we're going to go through 2 going all the way down. And again, I'm just keeping my work loose but not messy. Okay. And then if we turn it on its side, you can see those places again that we need to work into all the way down. Okay. But for the first one, we're going to again put a slip stitch because we're decreasing as we go down. And then we'll pull up a loop in each of these. And sometimes they are hard to get into. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to go into our magic circle, pull up a loop. So that makes 8 loops on our hook. Go through 2, 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 go through 2. Okay, and then we're going to do that one more time. So we're going to go into this first little bump here. And this one is kind of hiding out on me. So I'm going to make sure that I take my darning needle. I'm just going to pull it up just a little bit so that I can see it. Then I'm going to go through, do a slip stitch again. And then on the top of these, I'm going to pull up a loop. Okay, so we've pulled up 6 loops now with that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to go into our magic circle, pull up another loop, and then we're going to go through 2, 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 and then go through 2. Now to finish off this wing here, what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch into these places all the way across, okay? So again, don't forget this stitch right here. And if you turn it on its side, you can see it right there. And we're going to work right into there. And we're going to do a slip stitch. And into all of these. So there's 1 and 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5, and then one more into the actual magic circle, and that'll be 6 slip stitches across. Okay, and so there's that side of our wing. Now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 4. Okay, so we chain 1, 2, 3, and 4. And just like we did before, we're going to be working in these back loops. But we don't want to forget this first one right here. So I'm going to take my darning needle, I'm just going to pull up just a little bit so I can work into that. And we're going to pull up these loops right here into our little back places. So there's 1 loop, 2, 3, but if you count the one on our hook, that's technically 4. And then you're going to go right into your magic circle, and you're going to pull up a loop. Then you're going to go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, and then go through 2. And then again, you're going to be working in these top loops right here. You're going to pull up a loop going down. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then counting the one on the hook, that's 4. Then go into your magic circle, pull up a loop, then go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, and go through 2. Okay? So now we're done with the bottom wing, but we need to do our slip stitches. So you're going to go right into, remember this first spot right here, and do a slip stitch. So there's 1, and into the next 2, and into the next 3, and then into the magic circle, and that's 4 slip stitches. Okay, so now we have one side of our butterfly done. So on the other side, we're going to do the same thing, except for what we're going to do is first we're going to chain 4. So we're going to do the same thing we just did with the other one, but I'm going to stay with you and do it again. But if you want to move ahead, like I like to do a lot of times when I'm watching videos or doing patterns, just to let you know, when we're going, if you move ahead in the video, if you're going up to do the top wing, you actually need to start by doing less stitches and then increasing as you go up instead of decreasing. Okay, but I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so again, turning it on its side, we want to make sure that we get this first loop here. So I'm going to pull this out a little bit. And 1, 2, and 3. And then into the magic circle would be our 4th. Then go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, and then go through 2 again. And then pull up again the loops across the top. Don't forget this first one. There's 1, 2, and 3, plus the one on our hook is 4. Then go through the magic circle, pull up a loop, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2. And then we're going to go back and we're going to do slip stitches all the way down. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then don't forget to get into the magic circle as well for 4. Okay, so now you can see what we've got here. So we've worked all the way over here. So now we're on this wing over here. So now what you're going to do is you're going to chain 6, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then again, working in these back loops, you're going to pull up one as you go. So pull up one there, here, It's 4, counting the one on your hook, 5, 6, and then you want to do a loop into the magic circle, pull up a loop. So now you've got 7 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to go through 2, 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 and go through 2. But now what you're going to do is you're going to chain 1 to increase. And when you go to chain 1, the best thing you can do is hold this piece right here a little bit with your thumb, because I'm going to show you you're going to need to work into it. So just hold it there with your thumb, as you can see, because you're going to go right back into here and pull up a loop just like that. And then you're going to go into this directly, this spot right here, like we normally do, and pull up a loop. And here. So just keep pulling up loops across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then a loop into the magic circle for 8. Then go through 2, 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 then go through 2, and then again you're going to chain 1 for the increase. Hold it with your thumb because you're going to be working right back in here. Then pull up a loop there into that spot where you were holding, and into all of these little bumps across, pulling up a loop. So this is just kind of one of those projects where you really need to do exactly what I'm showing you to do. Make sure that your count is on. Make sure that you're going through all these specific little places I'm telling you to work into, and it'll turn out beautiful. Okay? And then your final loop through the magic circle. Don't forget that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You've got 9 loops on your hook. Go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, 2. Just keep doing that all the way down. And this is our last little thing here to do. So you're going to chain 1, holding your thumb there again to hold that out. Go into that spot that you were holding with your thumb, pull up a loop, and then you're going to pull up loops going all the way down. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then don't forget to pull up a loop in your magic circle. That leaves 10. Then we're going to go through 2, 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 go through 2. Just keep doing that all the way down. And you can hold this one again if you need to, because you're going to go right back in right here, and you're going to put a slip stitch. And you're going to slip stitch to close this wing of the butterfly all the way down. Okay, and you should have 10. And this is going to make sure that your other side matches up perfectly with this one as well. Okay? And then you're going to go right into the middle of the magic circle, put your last stitch, your last slip stitch, and then you can cut off, leave enough to work in. And then you can just tie that off right there after you did that slip stitch. Just like that. And now all you need to do is pull your magic circle together. So you're just going to pull tightly on your magic circle, just like that. And isn't that absolutely beautiful? You have a gorgeous little butterfly, okay? So then what you're going to do is you're gonna turn your butterfly over. You can tell which side is the back because of where your thread is coming out of. You know, it's coming out of this way. You can tell that here's what the back looks like. Here's what the front looks like. And so all you're gonna do is you're gonna take your ends, and I'm just gonna show you real quick. People get upset when I don't show how to work these in, but you're just going to take your ends and work them in. Remember, 3 is the magic number. 1, 2, and 3. And then you can cut off. And then you'll work your other one in the back. Just like this. And I just like to work around this place right here in the middle where we did the magic circle here. Just trying to make sure I don't mess up anything in the front. And then I can cut that off. And then I didn't bring my black yarn in here to my workplace, but obviously you can see that I have the little black yarn tied. I think the black looks the best. But I'm going to show you, I've got some other color, just a yellow here that I'm going to pull out so I can show you. So I've just cut off a little piece of this yellow that I have, this very light yellow. And I'm just going to turn the butterfly over. I'm going to pull my yarn under, just like this. And I'm going to tie a knot right here at the top. And as you pull, just like that, pull. And then when you tie your second knot, make sure that it's up towards the top of your work. So if you need to pull like this, and then make sure it's at the top like that, so that the little antenna point forward. Then you can turn it over, and then you're just gonna cut these really low so that they stand up. So I'm gonna go all the way down here, and when I cut them off, they just stand up very nicely. But of course, more contrasting color would look better, like a black or even a dark blue or brown would look really good. So you can get really colorful with these. These little butterfly appliques are wonderful. You can put them on anything, on purses, on blankets, on baby stuff, on baby mobiles, just all kinds of things you can make with these. They turn out great. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. You can find me, obviously you can ask a question in the comment section below on YouTube, but if you wanna be more private about it or you wanna find me somewhere else, you can email me. I have a Gmail below. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook, and I'm on Instagram. So you can find me all those places, guys, and I'll see you soon. Happy crocheting. Bye-bye.